Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everyone. Welcome to the offline training about the product, basically, with Boss Rafael. My son Damien is going to be helping me here because it is Father's Day. He has to be helping out. So welcome, welcome. If I can get all of you guys to mute yourself, so that way any questions that you guys might have, pop it into the chat. I will bring up probably a couple of you guys out, you know, just to, because I know you guys some of you guys been crashing it offline as well. And any questions, just pop it in. I'm going to go over it later. If you're watching a replay, this is designed for you. So if you're the newest person, you haven't gone through the coaching process yet, you can go through that as well, but you're going to find out about the product a little bit right now. I want you to make sure that you guys go through the whole coaching process for the product. Today, what I want to do is I'm going to show you how I started out and then how I went crazy and I went all out when I did a presentation basically from one person all the way up to 50 people plus. Okay, so my setup that I'm going to show you shortly is advanced, like I went above and beyond. Okay, but Silva always told me, you know, Rafael, too much, never too much. Okay, you want it, you go get it. But there's simple ways. So I don't want you guys to be saying, oh my God, I can't do this. I'm going to show you guys a simple way of doing it. Remember, online is so much easier because you can reach so many more people. Okay. So again, guys, if you guys can mute yourself, please. Rob, and we'll mute Chamber. Who else is here? Yeah. Awesome, awesome. Chris in the house. Awesome. We got about 20 people here right now so far. So again, if you guys are just joining, questions, put them in the chat. And don't be discouraged and stuff like that. If I'm showing you the advanced stuff, that's not yet. Actually, go ahead. And then when if you guys are watching replay, same thing. It's about the product offline, online. Like I always say, you can talk to 100 people a day, maybe on the phone. Online, you can reach about 100,000 through social media. That's the beauty of it. But if you have the product, why not share it? Okay. So, anyways, so first thing first. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's Chris. Okay. So basically, what happens is first thing is I'm in my kitchen right now, and all I did is when I used to do setups, I literally set it up in my kitchen. I had up to like 5 people, 10 people, and what I've done is literally told them. I'm saying literally a lot, so. What I've done is basically I went in and invited people. Hey, come check this out. I have this great opportunity or this product. You know, some people tried the water. They were on the water. They were trying out on a trial. They just wanted to find out more what this technology does. And that's what I've done is literally went in and started setting it up different ways. We didn't have the tools. I had to actually set everything up myself. I learned by watching a lot of YouTube videos. Okay. Second way I learned was when I actually went in and I actually started going through the actual training inside the enagic.com. There's a lot of information there that you can go through. The more you know, the better, but it's all about practice, okay? So when you guys first start out, obviously it's like placing an ad or anything is brand new. So when you're doing it offline, a lot of people, like today, I think, I don't know if Cheryl is here today. She actually ran her first presentation at her house, set it up, and she said, I'm just doing it. I know Chantel, she's running hers on June 22nd, I think. Same thing. Never done it. It's practice. Practice, practice, practice. If possible, record yourself. Okay? You're getting your batteries. Record yourself so that way you can see what you do. Even if you're placing like, you know, like it's the same thing when you're making a video for your ad. It's the same idea here. You want to practice. There's trigger points. One thing I learned that helped me a lot when I'm doing any presentations, I call them trigger points. So let's say you want to talk about something. Every time I touch a bottle of Aquafina, I will talk about something, you know. Every time the PowerPoint presentation is running and is on this page, I will basically say something about that particular product. There's many ways you can do this offline, okay? One way I can tell you is go out there and dominate the market. This technology is spreading like fire now. When I first started out, we used to they used to buy between 5,000 to 6,000 machines per month in the world. Sorry, machines, devices. Thanks, Lior. Okay, but now they're doing over 15,000 a month. Okay, the Anespa shower that most of you guys should have. Okay, they cannot keep up with, and there's a month and a half wait right now. It's got to come from Japan. So this company is exploding. You know, it's from right now, I believe we're about 60 million a month in sales. And this is because we took this online and we took it offline. But 92% of people, 92% of people are coming in here as users. Okay, they buy a product and they use it. They don't even know about the opportunity. So whenever you guys have here, don't ever leave that out. Mention to them about the opportunity, a way to pay this product off just by basically sharing the water. All right. So anyways, I hope you guys are ready for Dremel. See if I can actually, I'm gonna show you guys. Everyone's gonna, mouth is gonna go, oh, I can't do that. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let's see if I can. Can you guys see me? Give me thumbs up if you can see me like a whole screen. No? Yes? Whole screen? Amber? No? Individual? Okay, so that's just on my side. Perfect. Okay. Let me just do something here quickly in settings. 1 second, guys. All right, and don't forget, like I said, questions in the chat, okay? Pin, pin, unpin. All right, can you guys see me now, hear me? Hold on. Pin video, mute video. Happy Father's Day. Yeah, thanks, Amber. Why do I see? There you go. Okay, perfect. Okay, guys. So basically, this is my kitchen. Usually I have people sitting right here, and on the other side, there's my setup, okay? So I don't know if you guys can see this, but basically I have from banners to TVs to a stand with lights to everything, okay? So this is what I done just at home. When I go out and I used to do presentation, this was before online stuff. I still do it once in a while, not as much, okay? So basically what you have is everything. So today what I'm going to go through is I'm going to show you how to do presentation that I used to do. I'll show you the way you can do it at home without this fancy stuff. I'll show you what product you will need and how you do it. Does that sound good to you guys? Give me a thumbs up. Yes? Awesome. Okay? Let's see, I love when, like, you know, all the moms are like cooking up because dads are like, you know, lying down and doing nothing probably. Okay, so whenever you bring someone in, and I was actually going over this today, is whenever you do a presentation for someone, I call it health and hydration seminars. What you want to do is you want to give someone not a presentation like a boring lecture. You want to give them an experience. What I mean by experience, you want them involved in the presentation. You want them doing things in the presentation. So that way they actually can be part of the presentation, you know, even doing the little drops and stuff like that, which I'll show you, okay? So same thing is, I don't know, like I said, I'm walking around with a laptop, but so right here, basically on a stand, I don't know if you guys can see this, okay, on the stand, this stand was ridiculously expensive. It's a piece of plastic that cost me like a lot of money from States. So you don't need this fancy stuff. When I started out, all I took is a piece of paper towel, as long as it's white, put it all along here and put the glasses on here. The glasses that I get, they're plastic ones, okay? I get them from a Costco somewhere, like a whole package, so you can basically use them up. Those are fancy ones from Costco in USA. And then you get things like that. So pop, okay? Some of the things that you'll need, if you guys want to start writing this down, because a lot of us, remember, this is offline, okay? We're not talking about online, just so everyone is, you know, the same place. This is extra that you can do on top of the online stuff. When you guys buy pop, okay, this represents all the sodas. I'll get into it a lot later. Rowena, I will mute you for a second here. There we go. Okay, so pop, when you buy, it's Sprite. Because today someone was trying to use ginger ale when I was talking to them. That doesn't work. It has to be clear. So pop is Sprite or 7-Up. When you get it, don't get those big cans. This is a tiny little can. So you're not wasting it, and I'll show you why when I do a little presentation for you guys, okay? You don't need a lot of fancy stuff. Don't go into and buying like 10 different kinds of waters, you know, all kinds of different things. Can you guys mute yourself, please, whoever is not muted? Samuel, if you mute yourself. Awesome, welcome, Sam. Now in here, all I do is simple. One thing remember is when you do a presentation for someone, if it's like 5 people, 10 people, you don't need to have a whole bunch of waters. When you do like more like 10, 20, 30, 40 people, you want to get at least like 10 to 15 of those. The reason for that is someone in the audience can relate to one of those products. Okay? So now when you're doing this here, is basically all I do is for this one here, I either get this one or Perrier, the Pellegrino or Perrier, okay? So it's just basically sparkling water. For waters, all I use Dasani and Aquafina. That's the only two waters that I use for a presentation like this. Then this one here, I have a container which I use for tap water. And this one here, I use this one for the star of the show, which is Kangen water. And usually it's the sexy water, okay? And then as well on the side, whenever you bring someone in, ask them to bring the water that you can test for them with them, so you can actually test it for them, the one they usually drink, okay? So now, when you guys come in here setup-wise, I'm going to give you guys the things that you guys need. So we talked about the waters already, top waters. Get yourself some sesame seeds, okay? Regular sesame seed, okay? That's like oil, and I'll show you guys why. So the cups that you need, I told you guys already. Tomatoes, grape tomatoes usually are good. Now this here is the tea that you guys will need for the presentation. That one here in Canada, we have Superstore, or Stupid Store, right here. It's called Yokohama Yamamoto Yama tea from Superstore. Okay, they're like about $4 or something, and you get 16 bags. Okay. As well, you need the drops. So this one is for the pH drops, and those are for the chlorine drops. Those you can get at the Enagic office or enagic.com. Container-wise, I do have those stickers that I had made. Basically, I get a couple of them. I fill this up with 11.5. Okay, there you go. Ooh, that was awesome. Thanks. Okay, and then get one of those bottles. Those bottles are $3 at Enagic. Use this for 2.5. So you fill this up before presentation with 2.5, which is the highly acidic water. And this one you fill up with 11.5. And I'll show you guys later. Make sure you get yourself a little stir so you can stir it. That's just a chopstick. Yeah, nothing fancy. Okay, and when you guys set it up, all I do is basically take 6 cups, put a tea in here. So basically this is for your tea. So when you guys set it up, you put it here. With the tomatoes, you get 4 cups. I'll show you guys later why. And with the actual sesame oil, you get 2 cups. I'll show you guys at the end as well. Okay, for setup, another thing I want you guys to do is this here, those jugs, what I do, and I'll show you guys what I'm using it for. I ordered this from a company. Hold on, I'm gonna go this way. Lift it up. There we go. I ordered this from a company. I get 48 jugs here, brand new ones. I think it cost me $27 for 48 jugs. And they come with the lids. I take blue lids as water. So in your area, you just have to research it, how you can get it. As well, I ordered stickers from enagic.com, put my information on it. I ordered like 1,000 of them. They cost me, I think, like 2 cents or 10 cents each. It's been a long time ago, but it will last you forever. It's a cheap investment. So the same thing for presentations, you need a jug as well. And I'll show you the reason during the presentation that I will do for you guys. So this demo is probably going to take about an hour and a bit. So I hope you guys have some time. If not, you can watch the replay. Okay. And that one here. When you bring someone in, first thing when you bring someone, oh, one more thing. Sorry, guys. ORP meter. If you guys ever going to be getting an ORP meter, it is not necessary. When I started out, I did not have it. This is the one that measures how negative the water is or positive. This is the best one that I found. If you guys are looking for it, it's called Pinpoint ORP meter. Okay, can you guys see that? This one is basically measures the water. It's not necessary if you're starting out. So, and I got mine. You can order online. In US, I think they're about $110. In Canada, they're about $150. I found mine here locally. It was at the aquarium where they sell aquarium supplies. So maybe if you guys have it in your area as well too. Okay. And then if you what's up?
Pet store.
Pet store? No, they don't have it in pet store. Okay. In regards to banners, okay, you do not need banners. Okay. I just went up and I got up. My buddy actually created those banners for me. They fold up. Basically, they fold up. I don't know if you guys can see those. I don't know. How do I make myself a big screen? That's what I want to do. Okay.
Oh, I know.
You know, Do you know how to make it big screen? Hold on one sec, guys. Can you guys see me as on a large screen now? Yes? Yes? Awesome. Thanks. See, that's why you get your son to help you. Perfect. Okay. Anyway, so basically this is another one of those. They fold in, they roll in, and they come in like a long bags. It's really, really, really easy. Okay. So we got that set up. And I have a monitor right here usually, so someone can actually come in and see it. When someone comes over for a presentation, make sure you get them to drink water. Okay, you guys want them to drink a lot of water. I use those red cups. Sometimes they have a lot of people, or just regular glasses. First thing when they come in, I show them the product, and I get them to play with the machine. Get them to touch the machine. Okay, get them to run the fingers between the water when the 11.5, so they actually feel the actual water. You guys know that you can actually light up this water with a lighter. It will crackle. I think I did that last time. Okay, I want to see if it works again. As well, you want to talk about what's inside of it. So inside there is a filter. Okay. Okay, and one thing as well, guys, I want you to go over is, some of you guys didn't even know how to maintain your machine or how to use it. Inside our Wildcat Academy, there's training how to how to use your machine, how to clean your machine, how to maintain your machine. All of that is in training. We had a guy named Brandon, my buddy, who was doing that area. Okay. So the filter in here, this will last you about 6,000 liters or 1,500 gallons. Okay. That's the first thing here that goes through here, and then there's 8 titanium plates inside that will basically takes the water and it splits the water to 2 different waters. When one water comes out of here, there's usually another hose. My setup is a bit different. That will come out here, and another hose goes into the source. It's just I have a sensor on here, so. And then so what I do is I show them. I want them to experience it. I want them to touch the water. Now, I don't know if you guys ever try this with your machine. If you do try it, please be careful. Do not put it too close to your hose. Okay, I'm going to show you guys right now. Okay, good. All right. Okay, right here. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but can you guys see this? Here you go. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but basically crackles, it's active hydrogen that is in it. But when you show this to someone, this basically explains to you specifically why this water is so good for you. Okay, one thing, guys, when you use 11.5, make sure after you finish using the 11.5, you press the Beauty water and let the machine run through the cleaning cycle. Really, really important. Okay. Because what happens is if you just use the 11.5 water and the acidic water and you turn it off, what's going to happen is there's going to be buildup on the plates and it's not going to clean it off correctly. It's not going to last you long. You're not going to get the same quality water and you're going to have to clean the machine more often. All the training inside Wildcat Academy is in the back office. Can you guys make sure you go through it? Okay. Any questions? Only 14 questions, I guess. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly run through a quick demo for you guys to show you sort of like how I set it up, what I do, how I get people involved and stuff like that. That's where the filter came from. Well, okay, hold on. Adjust enough. Yeah. Wise words. You can pretty much anywhere, guys. Barriers or where it wants to work around. Amy, I need a bigger kitchen. Paul says he needs a bigger kitchen. You know what? With this lifestyle, you actually comes with the bigger kitchen. All you have to do is, make a few sales, make extra money, get a bigger house. That's all it is. So, baller status. That's a nice kitchen. Thanks, Chris. Actually, that one's set up. Happy Father's Day. Okay, perfect. All right, so keep posting the picture. I'll just questions, and I'll try to go through it.
At that bottom.
New message. It's on fire. That's awesome. Yeah, well, yeah. So you actually can put this water, and it will crackle under the lighter. You can run it through 11.5.
It's best to do with 2 lighters.
I love to make sales. Some of you guys are big pros. That's awesome, man. I appreciate you guys all being here with me. So, okay. So next thing we're going to do is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through a quick demo, a presentation, and get you guys sort of like an idea of sort of what I do. I don't know. Can I set it up here? Yeah, that works. Can you guys see this? Yeah, thumbs up. Because remember, I only see like 4 of you guys on the top. Am I big screen? Awesome, awesome. Okay. So because my son, he's like, I gotta go play video games. I'm like, no, 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 you're staying here. Okay, perfect. Okay, actually can control from here. That's awesome. Okay. So usually what I would do as well is I have some people sitting right on the other side. Make sure they're close to you so they can have the experience. Remember, you don't want to be the guy on the other side that comes over. It's like being in school. You have the lecture and you're like, oh, when is this going to be over? Get them involved. And that's what I'll show you guys. So when I set it up, usually this screen right here will run through the laptop that I'm using right now, and we'll have a PDF, okay? So PDF will basically be, we have that actually, Cheryl has the information. We're just tweaking it. We can actually provide that for you guys as well. So let me just talk to Cheryl and find out exactly where we're at with it. And then you use a mouse and basically have the laptop sitting right here. This setup here, remember, you don't need this, okay? You don't need this fancy setup. Paper towel and everything on here that I have, it sits on a white paper towel. Why do you think, guys, I'm wearing a white shirt? Okay, Rob, unmute yourself. Why am I wearing a white shirt? Can you hear me, Rob?
Yeah, you're wearing a white shirt so you can put the waters up to your shirt.
Okay, so that's one thing.
Basically.
When you do presentation, wear white, something white, because then what happens? You can put it right against yourself. Don't worry about those fancy lights and stuff. Like I'm telling you guys, this is something extra that I did. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys the banners, all this stuff. Before, when we first started out, and Silva actually remembers it. I mean, I remember one time we actually rented a hall. It was actually a library. They had meeting rooms, and we had the water machine set up and everything. It was a piece of paper towel and literally just some bottles, some cups, and we just winged it. And we still have people buying. So, you know what? As long as you present them the value. So when I first started out, obviously you go through the presentation, you talk about the company. So the company is 43 years old. They've been with us for a really long time. It's a proudly owned company. One of the biggest things that you want to do is let them know it's made in Japan and it's original manufacture. So basically the equipment that is made, it's made in one factory, guys. If you have not gone through the coaching process, one thing I want you guys to do is go in the video that me and Kaylin made inside the coaching process that you probably went through, watch it over and over. That's basically what we've done here. Is the only difference is we had a video of this presentation that I'm going to do instead of having the other side. You know, there's a lot of information there. So when you guys go in, remember, it's a trigger point. So if I grab this pulp, I'm going to talk about something. Okay? When you guys set it up, take this gallon. This is your setup. Fill it up with 9.5, and I'll show you guys why in a second. Can you fill this up for me? So, and this one here too. Okay. And then this water, make sure it's filled up as well with the 9.5 for the presentation. Okay. So basically, once you have all this set up, then you guys can see it. I'm actually going to take a quick picture so I can post it for you guys so you can see it in the backside. And then that way, if you guys are watching the replay and stuff like that too. Hold on 1 second. It's been a while since I've done an actual presentation. So that way you guys can actually see it, because I know right now you guys are watching replay, but at least you have a picture of it as well. There you go. Okay, so I'll touch those later on inside the academy. Okay, so now guys, when you guys are doing presentation, obviously you want to be energetic. You want to actually have to get them involved and stuff like that. Find out a little bit about them. Remember, when someone is telling you something, listen to them. They will tell you what the problem is and you want to resolve it. It's not always about the product. Maybe it's finances. Maybe it's other stuff like that too. Okay? So there's your jug right here. So now, when you guys start out, same thing on here, I would have like pamphlets, things that you can get from an Magic office, or some information, and things like that. Some of the books, I just forgot to grab it, sorry. Now, when you start out, first thing you do is you do the ORP meter is the first one that you do. So what you do is you set up the ORP, and this will show you. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, So now with this here, I would actually give this someone to hold so they can be engaged while I'm showing them what's inside of it. I'll bring the monitor closer so you guys can see it shortly. I'll get my assistant to help me out. All right, who is not muted there, guys? So if you guys have questions right now, like I said, I can't see the chat, so you can unmute yourself one at a time and ask while I'm doing this. I love your input. I love you guys to hear what you guys have to say. So,
Rafael,
what's up?
I purchased a ORP meter, but it's a pen stuff.
Okay.
And it's not as it's kind of cheap though. It cost me about $35 Canadian on Amazon.
Okay. Does it do the job?
It does, but I'm having a problem getting it to read consistently.
Okay, then you know what? Then I think you should return it to Amazon.
Okay, like is there like do you have to dip it in neutral water before every other?
There's a calibration that I have to do. Usually I have a calibration that I use, and then basically what I will go in is I calibrate it. Actually, this one has a special right here, the little screw that we tighten. Yeah. It has to be at 400, but I have to have a calibrating liquid that I have. As well, inside here, it's a holding liquid that I have to have as well inside of here. So when you get this, it's the pinpoint one. Now you guys can see it. Okay, and this gives you the different numbers and stuff. So, Damien, can you actually bring it closer? I can tell you this. So bring it to them right there. No, the actual thing, so you can actually see the things that happen. Yeah. So the numbers. Can you lower it? Perfect. Okay. Make sure that they see me as well. Awesome. Okay, guys. So what I'm going to do is I haven't calibrated this for about a month, so hopefully it works. But first thing I do is basically we talk about the ORP. I'm not going to do the full presentation. What I'm going to do is, hold on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you just guys little pointers, little like a little screenshot or something. So first thing I do is I talk about people. So everyone drinks pop. I open up the pop. When you fill up the glass, guys, don't fill it up all the way halfway. I fill it up a little bit. It's more visual. It's better to see. So can you guys see how much I filled in? All you need is basically just a little bit. Some people fill it up too much. The reason for that is because later on when I do the pH drops, I actually have to add more product to it. So only do it a little bit, okay? Same thing, everyone drinks pop. That represents all the pop. This here is Peregrino or Perrier. Perrier is a Boston. Water from France, but it's made in Boston, actually. I don't know if you guys knew that. Okay. And sometimes what I would do is I will actually have an assistant from the audience to come over and do this for me. Hey, can you just pour those like that much? And they'll do that for me. And that'll be my assistants. I don't have to. You don't want to be the one doing it. You want them to have the experience of doing this. Okay? So Dasani, do you guys know Dasani? Who makes Dasani?
Pepsi.
Okay. Unmute yourself and tell me who makes Dasani. Nobody knows? Excellent.
Pepsi.
No. Aquafina is Pepsi.
No.
Dasani is Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola.
Oh, is it Coca-Cola?
Okay, second thing is you're going to be doing tap water. Really important because you're going to be doing chlorine test. Do not just pour water as soon as possible because chlorine settles inside pipes. Let it run for about a minute, then put it in. But what I would do is before you do presentation, take the yellow chlorine drops. So this is the ones here. And test it so you don't come out because a few times I actually did it too early. I didn't test it. And I'm saying there's so much chlorine in it. And it ended up not having any chlorine. And I'm like, what the hell? You have to run it for a bit because inside pipes, it settles in. When you run it, you can actually smell the chlorine in your tap water. Okay? So I usually put it in. Do you have a container or something? Make sure it's cold water as well. Ooh, I can smell that one. Okay? And then, so this will be your tap water, which you put in. I call it like Surrey Finest or whatever. Okay? And then you get the star of the show, which is the Kangen water. And as well, you could have another one right here would be the person, one of the people that brought in their water. You can test it for them as well. So now what you're going to do is you're going to do the ORP meter. Okay, so if you guys can see it there, you have one of the people sitting right there, standing and showing this to everyone else. So they're involved. Okay, so can you guys see this? Let me know if you can see this. Is it moving around? I don't know what's about.
Is it backwards?
Rob, is it backwards or you guys can see the numbers?
Yeah, it's moving. It's 453.
Is it positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive 446.
So that's the pop, okay? So second thing, anything that is positive, it's not good for you. Okay, what's that number?
389.
380.
Okay, so
382.
that's the sparkling water. Now we go into the Sunny. I used to drink the Sunny, and you talk about the product, you know, like how old is this bottle of water? Like it's a trigger point. Always keep talking and letting them know some information, little bit things. You know, if I tell you, I ask you, how old is this bottle of water? How was it handled? You know, what about this one here, Aquafina. Aquafina is actually filtered tap water. It says on the side of it, they were actually forced to say that, you know what, it's from public water source. What does that mean? Tap water, filtered for you, sold for you, 100 times more expensive. This here, so this was Aquafina. Now watch, this is tap water. Look at this, tap water. Where are we at? I can't see it, so you guys have to tell me.
540. 550.
So that's tap water. And now remember this, all depends where you are located. Your Kangen water is going to be different numbers. It can go from -200 all the way up to -800. Okay? Now you guys have to tell me what's happening because I can't see it.
It's going down slowly. It takes time.
Yeah, I know.
There you go. There you go.
Are we in negative yet?
Yep.
Yep.
Negative what?
105.
Okay. So see the difference. So what you want to do is imagine if someone tells you they drink tap water and it's -500, 600, and this is -100 or -200. What is it now?
Negative 113.
Okay, so -100. I have to calibrate this. I haven't calculated, but usually it's about in Vancouver about -200, -300. But now even just to show you guys right now, the difference between tap water and this one is 600 to 700. That's huge. And antioxidant. This is oxidizing. This is aging you. This is making you sick. And then this water, because it's negatively charged, it's antioxidants. So 2 glasses of this water, it's like eating 5 pounds of blueberries. You know,
Hey, Rafal. Amy Davidson's mic isn't working. She wanted to ask, should the measuring tool be rinsed between liquids or wiped down? She's worried about cross-contamination.
You know what? Because there's so much liquid in it, and it shows you. Yeah, I had to you're gonna get one skeptic person per presentation usually. I had to have this happen. You do not have to. You can for visual, but it does not make a difference because there's so much liquid in between. Just basically shows you the actual how it's supposed to look like. It's just the numbers in between. If it goes up by 10, it's not a big deal. It's just showing you, you know, how to do it. But if you have skeptic people and they want to, oh, it's not going to work the same if you don't rinse it for them. You know, prove a point.
Rafael,
What's up?
I just did a demo for a few people last week in my kitchen, Wednesday night.
Was it a nice kitchen?
It's pretty decent, yeah. I like my kitchen. It's a nice kitchen. But what I do is take some clean water, 7.0, and I'll just hold it in one hand, and I'll keep dipping the probe in the clean water between each cups. And
You can. I've done so many presentations. It doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
You're going to have that one person. I had people sitting there, and their wife comes over. Oh, there's my wife. She's going. The wife comes over, and there's the husband. Mm-hmm. And then you try to get him involved. Sir, could you hold this for me? By the time he's done, they're buying a machine. But just so you know, by the time I'm done with him, I made him laugh. I made him believe in it. I'll get him to put the fingers in. That's the person I focus on the most. When someone is the guy that is skeptical, I'm going to be on him non-stop and make him feel like, you know, that, hey, believe in this or not. Remember, a lot of times too, offline, It's 5 to 12 exposures sometimes. Someone is not going to buy right away. But there's one question you have to ask at the end. And I'm going to get into it now as well before I forget. One thing that we forget is we're afraid to ask them to buy the product or to talk about the lifestyle or to talk about the compensation plan. We're just afraid to do it. Hello, honey. Okay, it's my wife, Helena. There's like 20 people here.
Awesome.
Okay. She's like, well, I thought there was only one. Okay, so what happens is at the end, and I actually just told the Cheryl just had a presentation at her house. I think it was her first one, and she was, give her some pointers, stuff like that. She set it up, same thing, was just a basically white cloth that she had. She had a monitor behind, and then they were just doing it. So what happens is at the end is I always ask this question now. What is one thing that is stopping you from getting this product right now? Okay, Rob, let me ask you a question. What is the one thing that is stopping you to get the product right now? What do you usually hear?
It's too expensive. It's not a priority.
Okay, so usually it's the
I hear
finance.
that all day long.
Perfect. So it's usually it's the finance. It's too expensive or it's too much. Okay, so what if I can show you how this machine is affordable? Okay, and money was not an issue. Would you be able to get the machine right now? Would you be able to get the device right now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so now you know what the problem is. Now you're going to focus on that. Okay, so you told them it's affordable. What if I can tell you, let's say in Canada, okay, we have the financing. If I can show you how you can get the zero down. First month, you don't have to pay nothing, and it's about $100 a month. Is that doable?
Yeah.
See what I mean? I just found out what the problem is. I found out the solution, and I showed it to them. Okay? So now next thing I would do in Canada, we have the Medicard. So if you guys in Canada and US, it's different ones as well, different financing. But what I would do is I would go in and basically literally that day off, get them to apply for in-house financing unless they want to pay credit card, line of credit. I asked them how they would pay for it. But if they can do in-house financing, I know some of you guys went through Medicard already, it's basically about $100 a month, and I get them pre-approved. I mean, don't worry about getting it right now. What we're going to do is we're going to get you pre-approved. That doesn't mean you're getting the actual product. All you're doing is you're getting the actual information, see if it qualifies for the actual loan. Once you have it, until you sign it, it's not official. So now at least we know your options. See that? You're not forcing them to nothing really. All they're doing is getting it. In States, it's about $50 to $60 a month. All depends from different financing company. It's crazy. That's not like how much do you spend? You have to show them physically that it's affordable. You know, how much? I had one lady that she said that she can afford it, Trifecta. Trifecta was, about $200 a month. And then I proved her by the time I was finished with her, I found out she drinks coffee twice a day from Starbucks. And then I showed her the actual numbers. She spends $300 a month just on coffee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just visually have to see them because a lot of people, they see this $5,000. They see this $8,000. What you guys want to do is you want to show them, use someone else's money to make money, basically. Talk about tax write-offs. A lot of people don't even know who is the tax write-off. You can actually buy this product. In Canada, you can write off 75% of it as a purchase. If you buy an extra machine to give away as a loaner, that's 100% write-off. I mean, Christiane will know because you know what? It's taxes. Taxes, the people that know how to do it. I'm using my kitchen to do presentations. I'm using my office to run my business. It's portion of your house is tax write-off, electricity, whatever, car payments, portion of your mortgage interest, portion of your garage. And you tell them that I have jugs in my garage. I have things in my, you know what I mean? You can write things off. So now you show that to someone. So there's first thing as well, let them know this machine, it's a lifetime investment. It's not a purchase, it's an investment. And yes, you're going to have people that are skeptic. Yes, people are going to tell you, well, what is this filter? But what you're doing here is you're going to show them what it does, ask them, show them, and after that, follow up. Not everyone is going to buy. But even if you talk to 100 people and 10 people would buy the product, would you be happy?
Oh, yeah.
It's a numbers game. But that person you talked to a year ago, all of a sudden something changed in their life, and they remember you because you followed up with them. All of a sudden now something changes, and they're going to actually go in and actually buy the product. I had guys come in a year later that purchased it. The same thing, I mean, we talked about ads. People watch you on Facebook. Okay. Another thing you guys can do, and this is maybe on another day, is you can make little short videos and post it. Create a fan page for Kangen water only. Mine, for example, is I drink 9.5, and I had a side one, you know, but the online is so much easier. Anyways, let me continue here. Damian, I need him. Okay, so basically once you do the ORP, you talk about the ORP meter. Next thing you do is you do the drops. Okay, same thing. Those are the pH drops, are the red ones. So the red drops right here, those are the ones that you use for from Enagic. You can get those. I think they're at $5. And you do 3 drops. You don't have to do massive amount of drops. I've seen guys do like 10 drops. You don't need to. That's why you put a little bit in it. It's for visual. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this. So I usually start out with pop. Okay, same thing. Just drop a couple drops. Okay. So now what happens, that's where the steer stick comes in, okay? And same thing. Remember how I told you guys, you have it right here, you get someone else to do the drops. This is the reason you wear a white shirt. You can put it against it. So this is pop. And then there's a chart. I don't know, you guys all got it with the product. There's a chart. I forgot to grab it. Basically, it has different colors. So there's one comes from all the way from red all the way up to purple. Now, the actual pH, it's between 1 and 14. So the total pH is 14. Battery acid is 1. Okay? This is about 2.5. This is your pop that you drink. This here is 50,000 times more acidic than water. And we put this in our body. And I'll show you guys other stuff too. So can you bring it closer so they can see this here? Okay, so just zoom in here. All right, guys, can you see this here? Perfect. Okay, here we go. Okay, move it back. Okay, so now this here, see the difference? This is the one here, perfect. That one here. Now the top water is going to be always neutral. It's going to be green. It's going to be 7.0 roughly. The reason for that is because government regulates that the actual water is alkaline. The reason for that is because you don't want to run acidic water through the pipes, because the pipes will rust. Even though they still rust, that's the reason. Now, at one time I went in, and at my uncle's place, I actually ran this water, regular water, through a Brita filter. And then when I took it out, it was more acidic than this.
I have a Brita filter.
I know we do have Brita filter, but stuff like that.
I did that. I have done that.
So what happens is inside they add a chemical. It's usually lye or some kind of chemical that will basically alkaline the water so it's not acidic. When you run it through a Brita filter, it actually makes it more acidic because you get rid of that chemical and the chlorine, some of it at least. And then, did you do this right? I mean, I don't think you did this right. Did you run the water salt? Can you run it again? Okay, I don't think it is. So this here, this is the 9.5. Okay, and usually be bluish or purplish color. All depends where you guys are located. Remember, some harder water will act differently. So when I do this here, is basically I do that, puts in, and then hold on, I'm just gonna get this water. Now the jug that you have this, fill it up with water. You're gonna talk about 70% of your body is water. And what I will do is after I do this, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna show you guys different things as well here. Here. I don't have that. Go set up the mic. Come on. Ready. Set up them so that everyone can see it. All right, sorry guys. Can you guys see me? Perfect. Always have an assistant with you. They can help you clean up, do whatever you have to do. So now what you do is after this, and you guys probably seen some of the presentations on there. What you do is you go in, let's say you start drinking water. Okay, this is the top water. Okay, see how it changes colors? Do it to this one. Transition. Okay, see how this here? Now watch this. This one here, and I always say this. Pretend this one is going to pretend to be alkaline, but then it changes color. See the difference? Now look at pop. You can put in. This is my trigger point. Now I know what to say about this because I've done this so many times. So this is where I put this in. I said it takes 32 cups of regular Kangen water to basically take regular cup of pop and neutralize it. Now, let's say you decide that you're going to have a little bit of pop. This is diluted pop. Look at this. Okay, watch this. So that's what you will do is you'll go back and forth and stuff like that. That's when I come in here and I use this jug. Okay? This jug right here represents your body. Okay, I'll take this. I'll take the drops. And basically what I'll do is, let's say you've been drinking Kangen water. Okay, you dropped like maybe 10 drops or so. Okay, so this is your body with Kangen water inside of it. Now it's nice and purple. But you know what? I know I'm going to pick on Rob because I can see him now. Rob decided, hey, I've been good. I've been drinking lots of water. I'm going to have a sip of pop. But knowing Rob, he's going to have 2 sips. Okay? Now watch this. This is all visual, guys. It's experience. Now this water is acidic. You just ruined 1 gallon of water by drinking 2 sips of pop. So whenever you give out water as samples, give them rules. Let them know, listen, I don't want to waste your time. You don't want to waste your time or my time. When I give you water, what you're going to do is please do not drink pop. Don't do anything like that. Make coffee make coffee with this, make tea with this, whatever you're going to do, but don't drink pop, don't drink acidic stuff because it's not going to show you the actual experience. This is the reason why. Okay? Yeah, put your hands and you down. All right. Now you get your assistant to clean up the cups, which he left me. Okay. So here, I don't know if you guys can see this. Hopefully, I'm running around with my laptop. I was thinking about doing like a selfie stick, but can you guys see me? Okay. So basically, after this, I get rid of all the cups and stuff, and then wipe it down, and then it's during the presentation you're actually going to see the things, and I go into different things. So I use the PDF as your guideline when you do things, when you're going to do it. The only way you're going to get good at this is when you practice. Anyone want some pop? No? Yeah. Can you dump that up? And I usually hold this so I can do the rest of the presentation. So now the next thing when you guys do it is you go into So next thing you guys can do is you guys can do the T test. So this represents basically how this water absorbs. It's tiny water. And you talk about, you know, how this regular water is between 20. I can't see the chat, guys, so if you guys can let me know what's being written because I cannot see it. Rob, is there any questions there?
Yeah.
Yeah, see if there's any questions, anything like that I can answer.
I can pull it up.
Okay, so can you write off your water bill if you pay for water in the U.S.?
Yes. Yes, a portion of it. Remember, talk to your accountant. You can write off, you'll be surprised what your accountant tell you what you can write off. You can write off alcohol if you're having a party. Okay, don't get any ideas. Talk to your accountant first, okay? But there's many different ways you can write things off. Okay, so yeah, if one of you guys can help me with their questions because I do not know. Awesome.
Hey, Rafal, there was a question earlier about how much the total cost of all your supplies for the presentation was. I gave a rough estimate of about $250 to $300 American. Is that about accurate?
The ORP meter is about $110 roughly. The bottles, it costs me about $10 to $20 just to set up a presentation with your flyers. All depends how many people you have, obviously. Second thing is make sure when someone comes in for a presentation, get their info, especially when you're doing a big presentation. Don't do a presentation like I did one time, 50 people, and I didn't get a chance to get their info. And they all left. And I still sold the machine, okay? So yeah, so you get all those pop and everything else. Setup itself, don't invest everything all at once. Those banners cost me about $200 each. It's all Canadian. This year was the ridiculous. It's a piece of plastic. It cost me $150 US by the time I have it shipped here. It came with a nice blue bag though, okay? The rest of the stuff, I mean, I think the biggest investment is the ORP meter. The rest is just literally cups, pop, nothing.
Cherry tomatoes.
Cherry tomatoes, yes, $3. So I'm looking at like each presentation, let's say $20. And the ORP meter, the drops are $5 each from Enagic. Those bottles, it's reusable, so you use it over and over. This is $3. This is $5, I think, or $6. So it's nothing crazy. It's an investment, but all of the stuff you can write off. Talk to your accountant and they'll be able to tell you exactly what you can write off. All right? I guess I'm doing something right. There's still 20 people left here. Awesome, awesome. Okay, guys. So now when you do setup, it's 6 cups. And then basically you take the tea bag, okay? And when you talk about this, shows the microcluster, how tiny this water absorbs into your body, okay? The reason we use tea bag, and the reason a lot of questions people is, well, why do we use this tea? A lot of teas, they have this wax paper on it, and it doesn't penetrate so good. So this is more for presentation. It's not because it's Japanese, it's just because that's what they were using, but this shows the most visual effect with this tea, okay? So now first thing when you do is when you make tea, what do you do with the water? Okay,
Just heat it up.
I can only see Leor, Christian, Robert, and Vanessa because everyone else is on the side somewhere. So anyway, so yeah, so you heat up the water. Why do you heat up the water? Okay, to make the water smaller. When you boil the water makes it smaller. Well, what I'm going to use cold water because usually, you know, it's tap water. And then what I'll do is I'll use those 3 cups. So I'll put it in here. Okay. You dip it in. Nothing happens really. Okay. So then you go into the next cup. You put Kangen water in. Okay. Something happens. Oh my God. What happened? Rafael, what's going on? Okay. Same thing. This water, this will react differently. All depends what water you are in from, what, you know, like how hard is your water, because every water is different hardness, different minerals, everything is in it. So sometimes it might be lighter or darker, okay? So now this is where the skeptic person comes in. Well, Rafael, this bag was dry and now it's wet. So then we go in and do it again for that little skeptic person, because you know you're gonna have those, a lot of them, okay? Again, start, tap water. Usually I do it top water, then Kangen water, top water, and Kangen water. Okay, like this. There you go. Okay, can you guys see that? Perfect. Same thing. See how nothing is happening really? It's because it's not tiny water. It cannot penetrate. So this will actually penetrate inside your body. It will go through your cell membrane, and you put that in here. But this is the part that I love, okay? So what you do is you take the bag, you squeeze out a little bit, dip it in. Okay, don't let them drink this water too when you're dipping your fingers in it, huh? Okay, so all I did is like literally, and I showed them, okay? I put a little bit of water on each one of them. Can you guys see that? Awesome. Same thing, guys. If you have questions, let me know if someone can read them for me. And then what I'll do, I don't know if you guys can you see this? Where's my assistant? There you go. You guys can see this. You don't have to see me. Okay, so now I will use the tap water. You put it in. Okay. So, and then you talk about here, usually talk about when it cooks it. Look at this. Okay. You guys see the difference? And usually people say, oh, no way, Rafael, it's a magic show. But what you're saying is, what you want to do is you want to show them what this does, what this technology does is basically this will penetrate your membrane. When you're cooking with your food, it will penetrate you know, you don't have to use so many spices because the flavor comes out of everything. When you cook rice or when you cook anything else, that's what it is. There is a list of things you can do with the water. Study it. There's so many different things because then you can relate with people. You know, when someone comes up to you, and I had one person who's like, Rafael, I had a barbecue I haven't cleaned for 6 years. Is the water going to clean it out? You know what I mean? So there's certain things, but beauty water, you can use it as Windex. 11.5, you can use it as a makeup remover, a stain remover. You know, so many different things you can do with it. You can use it for your skin problems, skin issues. Okay, so so basically you go through antioxidants, you go through pH, alkalis, then you go into microcluster, and after that you go into the other water. So now, usually you get your assistant to do this for you. But he disappeared again. Where's my assistant? Damianek. Okay, guys. So that what happens is, so you did the tea part. Now the next part is, then you get this water, which I have the 2.5 acidic water, and you pass it around and get them to smell it. You know what I mean? So basically, you go pass it around so that way they can smell it and see this, and then you tell them what this water does. You know, it's stronger than bleach. You can actually use this to sanitize things. You don't have to use it in the washroom and come out dizzy. All kinds of examples and stuff with it. Okay.
Hey, Rafal.
What's up?
I've been doing a lot of research on the 2.5, and I guess people are calling it hypochlorous acid.
Yes.
And it's FDA approved now as a sterilant, which I think
it is in the States, I believe it is.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's been proven here yet, because like I said, one thing, guys, remember this: we cannot make any medical claims about this water. What you can do is, this is what it did for me, okay? Or if someone asks you, is this going to cure diabetes? Okay, here we go. Okay, is this going to cure my whatever? Here we go, drink the water. Give them the water. Don't say, yes, it will. This is going to cure cancer. This is going to cure. You cannot do that. Yes, this water helps you get your immune system to work correctly, but this doesn't mean that actually goes in and actually is going to go and cure anything. You are not allowed to. You're going to get, guys, one thing you got to understand that is you are called an independent distributor. If someone is, you're going to make a claim and you're going to go in and say this cures cancer, let's say, someone is going to find out. If they go after you because you made some false claims, it's you that you're responsible, not Enagic. Enagic has nothing to do with it. You signed an agreement when you actually signed up with it. So be careful. Don't make any claims. Don't have to. Yes, you can get testimonials. This is what it did for this person, and have that person say it. You know, I have so many testimonials that I can literally bring a person over and tell them. I mean, there's some of you guys have a lot of testimonials as well. Use your. But remember, it's not always about the product. I always leverage the lifestyle. That's the beauty of internet. A lot of you guys are here. Most of you guys came from internet. What do you guys want to do is make money. Is that correct? Change your lifestyle. When we do offline, and that's why a lot of Enagic distributors have problems selling product and building their business, is because they focus on the product only and they make claims. Focus on the lifestyle. Kangen water is just a product of Enagic. Enagic is the whole thing. It's the money make. It makes you money. With money, they said money doesn't matter. Money does matter, because without money, you can't help people. So this is what it's all about. But yes, this will help you leverage it. Now, the last couple of things that I do is the grape tomatoes. Okay, so those are from Costco. I mean, I don't know what they are. I had some today. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see it. They're actually really good. They actually taste good because you get some of them. I mean, in some of the stores, it's a little, like literally like few tomatoes, like $4. Ridiculous. Okay. So what you do is you take 2 cups. Okay. Make sure that if you have a bigger crowd, because you're going to feed them with it. Okay. So I usually make a joke and stuff. Hey, no one told you that we're going to feed you today. There's one video. It's like 2 hours long. What's that guy's name? I forgot the guy's name. I'll try to find it for you guys later. But basically, I learned so much from watching his presentation over and over and over. Watch presentations over and over and practice in front of someone else. I had my next door neighbor come over one time when I started doing it, and I had about 20 people coming over, and I was so nervous. My hands were, my pants were shaking, you know. But what I did is I brought my neighbor over, and it was like a trick because I want her to come to the business as well. I'm like, can you watch me? And I just need to practice because I have a presentation. I did the whole presentation for her. And then it's just the more you practice, the more comfortable you get. Okay, so first thing is you use this 11.5 water. I know you guys don't have stickers. I had a guy design those for me and my actual logos and stuff for it, but you don't need it. Like I said, just label it 11.5. Holy coly. My son filled it up all the way. Okay, so 1 cup, you pour this water in. Okay, and then in the other cup, you know, you guys usually wash your water with bottled water or tap water? Tap water. All right. Okay, and you let it sit here. Please do not forget which one is which. You will know right away, but sometimes we forget. So have a bottle beside it or something. Now, while this is soaking, what I do is I show them how sesame oil. So sesame oil, pass it around, give it to them, let it smell it. So that way they, you know, it's like experience. It smells like sesame oil, okay? So, and you tell them that, you know what, actual oil never mixes with water. Is that right? So if you have water, if you actually mix it with regular water, the oil does not mix. Is that right? I ran out of water. All right, so here we go. It did not mix. Okay. Actually, it was funny because my son was just telling me that his science teacher was doing the same thing, and he says they took sesame oil, they did this, and he says, "See, the water doesn't mix." And my son is like, "Yes, it does." Look at this. What just happened?
It emulsified.
It emulsified the oil, so that's why you can use this as a makeup remover, stain remover, a whole bunch of different cleaning things. Okay, so now what happens here? So this is just one side, and this shows you basically just physically that stuff happens. Now you go back to the tomatoes, okay? So now you mix the tomatoes. You always do the one with the top water first, okay? So once you do the top water, obviously not much come off. You give this to everybody to try a tomato, okay? So they try it and whatever. Most of the people can tell the difference. Then what you do is you take those. Ooh, I love this part. Okay, so this is the 11.5, guys. What is this? This is pesticides, herbicide, everything else they put that is oil-based. Vanessa's mouth is about to drop off because I can see her. That's what it is, guys. That's where we put our body, okay? I can't see you, but raise your hand or comment in the chat. Who has ever eaten a tomato without washing it? But look at these crazy things. So you ask someone to wash it, but then what you do is you ask them to drink some water, wash up their pellet, I guess it's called pellet, and then get them to try those tomatoes. And you can tell the difference. Like this one's a slimy, this one's a more crispier. You can actually tell the difference. Trust me. So good. Okay. So now the next thing I will do is I will leave this here. This water doesn't have to be. Then what I will do is I will do the test with the chlorine. Okay. There's a reason you leave this here. Like I said, you don't have to have a long, fancy presentation. You do little things like I showed you guys in the last one to shock them, okay? So now what you do is you go get some tap water, make sure you run it for at least a few minutes, and make sure that actually chlorine is in it. You get 2 cups like that, okay? Grab a piece of paper towel, and what you do is you make sure, test it beforehand, but what you do is you give it to one person with the paper towel and tell them to put their fingers in it. So I'm going to do it, okay, same water, and move it around for like a minute, okay? So while we're waiting here, while they're doing this, you're doing drops, okay? So those are the chlorine drops. This is the one with the yellow lid. It shows you, oh my God, look at how much chlorine. And remember that chart, Damian? Damien.
Chop, chop.
No, I forgot to get the chart. But there's a chart with different colors, okay? There's a chlorine chart on there as well. Look at this. Every day is different. This is how much chlorine is in our water. That is insane today. Like, okay? But now, the same cup that the person was holding the fingers in, you get them to remove it, give them some paper towel to wash it off, and now you put the same drop in it. Okay? Same drops, mix it around. Where did the chlorine go? There's still a little bit, or maybe not. Okay? Look at
You
it.
absorbed it into your body.
It absorbs in your body, and now that's not a trigger point for me to say something. So I said, usually, listen, when you take a shower, hot shower, basically 20 minutes, you absorb 5 to 6 of chlorinated cups of water through your body. Vanessa is never going to take a shower, drink water. Vanessa, do you have the product yet? Vanessa, do you have the product yet? You do? Awesome. Okay. Okay, now watch this. So now this is where you come in. Remember this water you took off the tomatoes? Okay, so you take some of the tomatoes, and usually when you cook rice, when you cook anything else like that, what you want to do is, you know, you put tomatoes. I cut them open so it's faster absorption, but basically you cut like 2-3 tomatoes, okay? And now watch this. So you wash your vegetables, you put this stuff in, and what happens? Where did the chlorine go?
In the organic matter.
That is correct. So it goes inside the organic matter. So first of all, okay, you do not remove this from your tomatoes, but you actually add more to it by adding chlorine to your tomatoes, vegetables, anything else. See the difference? So now this is when I ask, anyone wants to drink this? You know what I'm talking about? So that's what we put in our body. That's why so many more people are getting sicker. Because we've been processed food. We're not washing it properly. The stuff that we put in our bodies, this is disgusting. I've done it before. I used to eat tomatoes without washing it. But now those vegetables will last you longer. You know, so that's sort of like a portion of the presentation that I do. This is more visual. Get them involved. Get someone to come in and cut the tomatoes and put them in, well, maybe not cut because they might cut themselves, but put the tomatoes in it and mix it. Get them to do the fingers. Get them to do the drops. Whatever you can, get them involved. Have them like an experience. Okay, I guess I'm doing a good job. There's 20 people still here. That's awesome. Okay, so guys, where are we at right now? About an hour and 15 minutes, an hour roughly. That's awesome. So this is sort of like an idea for you guys. Same thing, don't worry about this fancy stuff. Paper towel, cups. Watch this over and over again. Hopefully this helps you guys a little bit. And then Rob, if you can do me a favor, go through the questions. Any questions in there?
Is your sexy bottle water 9.5 from a Magic store?
No, actually my buddy in Vancouver, he actually incorporated his company named Sexy Water. So this is his,
okay.
This is the stickers that he gives me. Okay.
Next question. How is a water softener going to affect these tests?
What are you using a water softener beforehand, before the water, or you have it in the house, or? Well,
I'm not sure, but all I know, like the water has to be hard for the machine to work because it's separating the minerals in the water, acidic minerals and alkaline minerals. Is that not right?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Because even if it's mineralized, even if it's softer, we can always, guys, if there's a question, something like if I don't know, like this particular one, I'm not 100% sure. Call the office, any Enagic office, and ask for the service department. They'll most likely know. If they don't know, they'll call Japan and they'll find out. Okay?
Doesn't the machine split the water using the fact that a water molecule is polar in nature? It's got a positive and negative side, and the plates are magnetically charged to attract different amounts of each of them to make smaller clusters.
Now you went technical. I'm like, whoa. Everyone's like, oh? Yes,
Yeah.
Technical matter, that basically scientific matter. Inside of it, but basically it does splits the radical. It like basically splits the. It doesn't break the molecules, but just splits them to make it smaller, and it separates them. So there's a way. It's actually the technology developed in 19.
It disassociates the water molecule.
There you go. Any other
It makes
questions?
a hydrogen and a hydroxide.
Sweet. Thanks.
No problem.
No, my wife is like, which tomatoes are washed? She's like, I have 2 tomatoes right here. And she's like, which ones are washed? All right, guys, any other questions? Hopefully you guys got a lot of value. If you watch this, watch it over and over again. Practice. Guys, get in that thing. Get some sesame oil. Practice. That's all I did. I mean, I've done hundreds of those. Hundreds. I've done a presentation. One time I did 8. Every hour and a half, I had 8 presentations. I had over 100 people show up. That's all I did is like practice. You think me and Silvas, when we first started, I remember my first presentation. I thought I butchered it. But you know what? The other people on the other side were like, Rafal, oh my God, this is amazing. So don't judge yourself. Wing it. If something goes wrong, oops. You know, I remember I used to put the water straight from the tap. I put drops in. Oh, no chlorine. What's going on? And then I had to run it for a bit. You know, just play with it. Have fun with it. Joke around with it. Make it fun and enjoyable, but at the same time show them value. Okay? And remember, we have the ability to do this offline and online. Why not do it offline? That's the reason I'm doing this training for you guys. So you can leverage this. Sell an extra K, now you have extra $600 or $1,000 for your ads. And that's what's up?
Someone asked a question in the chat. It says, hi, Rafal. Thanks for the awesome presentation. It's Monday from my side of the world. So before I leave, I have a question. Is there a guideline or manual we could read to understand the product and how to do the presentation?
presentation-wise, there's anything in regards to the product is www.enagic.com. That's the official website. In regards to presentation, YouTube. Just go on YouTube as well. Coaching process. Me and Kaylin did it. Inside that, there's a presentation my buddy Brandon does. Inside Wildcat Academy, you guys have inside a lot of training and showing you how to maintain machine and stuff like that as well. But what I've learned is practice and now YouTube. Literally, Google Kangen water demo. That's it. You know, compensation plan. You guys looking how about compensation plan? Type in Enagic compensation plan and watch it. Do the research. You know, that's the main thing. But the main thing is get out there and do it. Get in front of people. Invite people. I invited 20 people and 2 showed up. But I made sure those 2 had the best experience ever. Guess what they did? They didn't leave. They bought the machine. Not the next day, but they bought a week later. Okay? Sometimes they're going to tell you, oh, I got to think about it. Or you're going to have every excuse. Grant Cardone, guys. Chris and I, like Chris can tell you. Grant Cardone taught me so much how to talk to people, how to close people. You think I was so confident when I first started doing this? I remember my first 5 minutes of every presentation. I was so nervous. I was mumbling. I forgot English. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You were repeating yourself.
I was repeating myself over and over again. We all have it. But what I've done is I watched myself. I had someone record me. And then I did, oh my God, I'm saying this over and over. No one is perfect. And you don't have to be perfect. Don't overthink it. Just get out there and do it. I want to give props to Cheryl and Chantel. I know they said, just, you know what, I'm just going to do it. Christiane, I think you guys are doing it as well. I think June 22nd with Chantel. So just get out there and guys do it. That's all you have to do. Okay? It should not stop you from anything. You know, think about this. It's extra. This is extra on top of the online stuff. All right?
Well, that was a great presentation, though.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Like you sold me on a K8, and I already have one.
All right, no problem.
I'll
talk to Kaylin, and then I'll get Kaylin to sell you another one as well. Say, Kaylin, Rob is going to but you know what? It's not a bad idea. Actually, Christiane and Chantel, I think they got extra couple K8s to lend out. I think, Christiane, do you want to pop up here for a second? I'm going to unmute yourself.
Hi.
So you ended up getting two extra K8s. So you bought a trifecta, you got 2 extra K8s, and they're already lent out to other people in houses. Like is that correct?
Right now, I have one at home, one at my dad's because he's been very ill.
Okay.
And we still have the other one at our house because we couldn't hook it up to to the person.
Okay.
But we figured out something that might work for him. So
awesome. Yeah, because sometimes you're going to come across sometimes a different tab and stuff like that. I actually had to help a person replace the whole faucet just because it was too fancy. Because remember, this comes up. But that's a great idea. Just remember, like I said, if you guys getting that extra product, it's tax write-off. And just don't give it out. Make sure you sign a contract or something because it is a product. But it works really, really good. Because once someone has it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, once you take it away, it's like if I take your cell phone away right now, would you be able to live without it? Not many. Oh, Vanessa's like, yeah, for how long?
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, it's like, how many phone numbers? I don't even remember my son's phone number. You know what I mean? So, awesome, guys. Any other questions? No? Chris, Rob, was there anything else in the chat? I can't see it, so.
No.
Okay, so one thing I need you guys to do, you guys going to get those invitation. I'll do one next Sunday as well. I want you guys to ask questions, anything that you guys need, okay? What can I help you with? What can I show you? What are you struggling with? Like, we can have a presentation. Maybe what we can do is next time we'll have Rob on the other side. He's going to practice presentation, and we're going to be those skeptic people asking those questions and give him a hard time, or maybe we'll be nice. You know what I mean?
That's good. I like that idea.
Anything like that. Practice, role-playing, something, guys. Get it together in masterminds. If you're watching a replay or if you're here live right now, what you need to do is get together with someone. I've done a presentation for Germany, okay, ended up buying a K8, and I did it this way, the way you guys are doing right now, through a video call. Never tried the water, never tried it. They seen the presentation, the way I did it, showed them the compensation plan. They bought a machine. They bought a K8. And Germany actually has the head office for Europe. Okay, awesome. Okay, I don't know the chat, so thank you. Okay, anything else? Rafael, awesome presentation Monday. Awesome. Okay, perfect. Okay, guys, so I'll leave it at that. We're about an hour and 15 minutes roughly. So
I have a question, Rafal.
yeah, go ahead.
Tomorrow I have a meeting in a massage place that I'm going.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Chantel, are you still here? Chantel, can you pop up for a second?
Hi.
Chantel, actually, you were visiting some businesses, and actually, Leo had a question in regards to how you approach businesses. He's going to a massage place, I guess. He wants to talk about meeting about the water and what the product and stuff. Do you have any advice maybe for him?
Well, see, with me, it's a little bit different because I was approaching businesses to advertise for our upcoming presentation.
Oh,
And
okay,
then they
okay.
showed some interest, and then I talked about it some more, and I got a lot of positive feedback. But as for salons and stuff, Leo and I already talked a little bit. We messaged each other a little bit earlier, and we had some good ideas.
So thank you for reaching out. Yeah, helping you. Leo, sorry, Chantel, to interrupt, but
No, it's okay.
yeah, I thought you went to the businesses and actually presented the product. But
No.
Leo, best thing to do is find out some information about it. You know the information. Be confident. Believe in yourself. Because sometimes we question ourselves thinking that we don't know everything. You don't need to know everything. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. Okay? If they wanted to get the product, of course they will. What you need to do is you tell them a little bit about it. Don't throw up on them with information. Okay? A lot of people, a lot of times will go in and it's like, oh my God, you guys, you're not feeling well. You think you have to get this product. You have to have this machine. Okay? And then you're like sort of like they're telling you about your story and you're like waiting. Could you shut up now? Like seriously, like shut up because I have more information that I want to give you. Shut up, like, you know, and you're not even listening what they're saying. Listen to them. What is their problem? Ask them, tell me more. Tell me more. Because the more you know about them, the easier it's going to be to close them. That's what we don't realize. We try to give them all this information without knowing anything about the person. It's like I always say that you're trying to find hockey players as a scout, but you go to a baseball field. That's what we do with that product. You're trying to sell a product to a person that is needs financial stuff. They're broke. Well, they need money. But we're trying to sell them the product, and it's going to be health. But they need money. Health. Find out about them. Ask them questions. Okay? If they answer a question, ask them another question. Tell me more. That's what you guys want to do, is stuff like that. And just go out there and do it. Don't overthink it. Don't think that you cannot do things. If you screw up, what's the worst thing can happen? Well, you're going to make a mistake. You learn from it. Okay?
Yeah.
Just go out there and
Cool, thank you.
Tell them you have the best thing out there, and if they don't have it, they're stupid.
No, the thing is, they always, after the massage, they're giving the customers these ones.
So you just told me how you're going to sell them on it.
Exactly. So, yeah, I think it will be good.
You know, you give me this garbage water. You give me this garbage water, and I have the best thing out there. I can bring you some free ones. You can give it to your customers. I'll prepare the water for you, everything. Right there, there's your investment. Get some bottles, like 1 liter bottles. Put your name on it, Kangen Water information, or just your whatever website or something, or just your phone number. And listen, boom, free water. They're happy. They don't have to pay for water. Now they're gonna get something. Now you get free advertisement.
Awesome.
Okay. Ask
Thank
questions.
you.
Remember, all of you guys, reach out to everybody. Okay. You know, there's one brain is not as powerful as 15 people left here still. You know what I mean? Reach out to each other, ask them. Everyone has different experience. Use the chat that we have. Use the Wildcat Academy. We are just upgrading a lot of different things. There's a lot of changes are happening, and it's going to be amazing. Like we're literally, I think we're going to have 240 people in the last 2 months, and we're going to be into thousands by the end of the year. We might be at 10,000. This is going to get crazy, guys. This technology, this device is going to change lives, and you guys are part of it. Part of our trend that this is the next microwave. Next 10, 15 years, everyone is going to have it. You don't want this in hospitals. You don't want this in the big areas and everyone advertise it, you know, in the, like, you know, the celebrities, all that stuff, because then you wouldn't have a job. So, but anyways, guys, it is 7:30 here, and it's probably like late in the areas. So, you know, thank you for having me. Hopefully you got a lot of value. If you have any questions, personally message me. If you don't have me as a friend, send me a friend request. I send out most of you guys a friend request so you can reach out to me. And we're all here to help you guys, okay? We're all here to help each other. We're a big, happy family. That's what I That's what I created Wildcat Academy for. All right, guys. And then if you guys haven't seen the presentation about the ads this morning that Kalen did, make sure you go and watch the replay. He posted it in the chat, not in the chat, but I think in the group. And I'm going to create those events, whoever's coming, stuff like that, weekly, so that way you guys have reminders. And let me know, please, let me know what you guys want to learn. What's next? Do you guys want to learn whatever you want me to do? Okay? Practice or questions about the product or how to sell it. Maybe you come across an area that, you know, you try to sell a person, but this person doesn't want to buy it, you know, or whatever the objections you get, write them down. All right, guys, we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much. And happy Father's Day to everyone that, you know, was here or is watching the replay today.